Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, Mr. Searly P. It is Wednesday the 16th of December. We have a ton of new mods, we have a ton of updates. The updates are as follows. From top left, Seasons by SleutjesModding says it's had an update, but according to the mod tab it's not showing as one, but it's on there. 6 Ashes by JCB has had an update with the precision farming soil map, custom made. The KFMR Krukowiak Optimal 412 mix by Kafapski in Austria. The NMC Skarok pack, the NMC Rambler pack, Raptor pack and Backbed pack, all by North Modding Company. The New Holland 120 car by J.AModding. From top left again, the Same pack by Black Eyes Modding, the New Holland CR690 by Rick Black Label TWD Modding, the New Holland T8 series and the New Holland T7 series, both by Plow, the Juskin Tornado 3 by Matthew FS, the Case W20E by SleutjesModding, Tyres Fred Zaza, and the D375 by Carl 911 have all had updates today. Now, I know I'm terrible at this, but I'm going to try and be as quick as I possibly can because we have got 20 plus mods to get through. First up, we have got this. This is the Farmhouse for decorating. This is by GoldFox, 14.49 megabytes download, 22 slots on console. This is the third building from GoldFox. Slot count's not as high as I think it has been on previous ones. Slightly different design to the last one. I don't think the garage opens. We have light switches all the way around that light up various different parts of the building. As it says in the description, it is for decoration. What is that not like going on? There we go. This you'll find under Placeables, under Miscellaneous. There you go, 33,000 to buy and place it wherever you want to. Very nice indeed. That's by GoldFox. Next, where am I going? This way. Oh, let's do this first. We've got the wind pump. This is by Baki. 0.72 megabytes download. 1 slot on console. This is a placeable wind turbine wind pump. It will pay out on easy 400, on normal 200 and on hard 85 per hour once placed. This you will also find under Placeables and Miscellaneous. There you go, wind energy converter, 15,000 to buy, and because I'm on normal economy, 200 per hour. Next, I am on Westbridge Hills, by the way, because of one of the mods out today. Next up, let's just get around where the sunlight is so we can get a better look at it. This is the straw and hay storage. This is by CaveModding. This is 11.45 megabytes download, 18 slots on console. This will hold 350,000 litres of each product. Very nicely made, nicely detailed. Looks brand spanking new. No damage, no wear, no weathering. Brand new hay barn. Doors open and close all the way around, so you can come right the way through that way or across sideways. These open too. We do have light switches here on the pillars, so we can switch our lights on or off. Putting into the hayloft is done at this hazard marked area just here, and collecting from it is done under the pipe from this one just here. Doors can be open and closed from inside and out. Nicely detailed with all the relevant fire extinguishers and things you need. Very cool indeed. This you'll find under Placeables, under Silos. There you go, straw storage. Only 50 grand to buy for 350,000 litres of each product. It's a nice size, nicely detailed, and slot count 18's not too bad either. Very nice indeed. Now, the next mod I'm going to show you, I haven't got anything out for it. That's because this is the Sosnovka Placeable pack. This is by GTX. It is 60.71 megabytes to download, and it pretty much brings, I think, all of the buildings from Sosnovka, and there were just too many to place and too many to show on top of the 20 mods that we've got already, but I'll try and get around as many as I can. Apologies if I miss any. Under Placeables and Animal Pens, we have got the Sosnovka Chicken Coop, holds 500, 11 slots. The Cow Pasture holds 400, 12 slots. The large pig enclosure, 400 capacity, 16 slots. And the sheep pasture, 500 capacity, 10 slots. If we come out of there and go to silos, we've got the large grain silo for 150 grand, 7 slots, holds 250,000 litres of your main crop types and a potato, sugar beet and sugar cane. The large silo extension, 100,000 litre capacity, 3 slots. And the bunker silo large, that's 3 slots and 40,000 to buy. Then if we go to sheds, we've got the vehicle shelter for 3 slots. We've got the large storage shelter for 3 slots. Under farmhouses, we've got the Sosnovka farmhouse, 6 slots and 94 grand to buy and place. And I don't know if we've got anything under miscellaneous. Decoration, just double check. Nope, nothing under decoration. But I do know if we come out to tools under miscellaneous, we have got at the very end, we've got the FS19 Sosnovka, so a fuel trailer, 3,750 litre capacity, 3 slots on console and 8,500 to buy. I'm trying to think what else I missed. Even trying to get through this quickly. Under miscellaneous, there's a load as well. We've got the water station, 3 slots, 12 grand. We've got another water station, 1 slot, 8 grand. We've got the seed tank, these are buy points for refilling, 7,500, 2 slots. Fertilizer tank, that will do solid fertilizer, herbicide and liquid fertilizer, 10,500 and 2 slots. We've got diesel storage, 8,000 to buy, 20,000 litre capacity, 2 slots. Gas station, 2 slots, 12,000 to buy. The vehicle workshop, 26 grand to buy, 21 slots. I think that might be it. Apologies to GTX, there is just so many in there. And to place them all as well, it would have taken ages to go around. Moving on from there, we have got this, and I absolutely adore this tractor. I love small tractors. I love these old looking ones. This is, if I can find it on my list, this is the Lizard 445 DTC. This is by Universal. So it's the Universal 445 DTC. Universal tractors are from Romania, I believe. This is 20.8 megabytes to download, 15 slots on console. It's by SrVertex or 50Kada. I think it's supposed to be SrVertex. It looks great and it sounds great. I just think it's brilliant. There's not a lot of options on it, but it's still a very cool little tractor. This you'll find under vehicles, under small tractors, right at the very end. 8,000 to buy, that's all. It's only 45 horsepower. Does how many slots it was? Yeah, 15 slots. We can change the main colour, which changes the chassis, bottom section, engine, like so. So we can have that turquoise or black. Rim colour, turquoise or black. Design colour, blue, new red, or the old red you start with, which I quite like. And then we've got design 0, 300 kilogram weight, 600 kilogram weight, beacon on top, beacon and 300 kilogram weight, beacon and 600 kilogram weight, back to 0 again. Then we've got the option of narrow tyres, front outside wheels, so it puts the wheel spacing out a little bit on the front axle. Then we've got rear twins, rear wides, wide tyres, rear wide twins, and back. Oh no, the narrows. Oh yeah, back to narrows again. Then we've got the option of front loader attacher, yes or no. I know it's only 45 horsepower, but I think it's brilliant. I must admit, when I first saw it, I thought it was an old David Brown or something like that, but no doors or windows that open or anything like that. Beacon obviously on top. Lights we've cycled through. In cab, fairly bare really, but it's an old tractor, it would be, but when I say bare, it's still very nicely detailed, textured well, plenty of window space. I say window space. Great visibility because of the windows. I could just drive around all day because of that. I love that sound. So there you go. That's the Lizard / Universal 445 DTC by Cicada. Moving on from there, we've got this. This thing is amazing. This is the Mammut Silo Trans. This is by Agrartechnik Nordeifel. 10.89 megabytes download, 12 slots on console. This will, as you can see, carry 4 bales. It's a trailer. It's a little bit finicky to load, but not as finicky as some bale trailers and bale loading devices I've come across, I'll be honest. This you'll find under Tools and under Baling Technology. There you go. The Silo Trans, 10,800 to buy. 12 slots on console, that drops down to 1. There are no colour options available on this, but it says lightning. Well, at the moment you've got it open like so. If you do that, you get the cage. I personally prefer it with the cage, only because I'm worried about the bales coming off, because I don't think it has straps. And then we've got the option of wheels set up standard or wide. That's it. Those are your options. So what we do is just jump into our Puma. So on L1, my right stick up and down, it does that. I can put it down like that and then drive away from my bale. But then what I can keep doing then, keep my finger on L1 and then carry on, and it brings that one down as well to also drop it off. That's such a clever idea, such a clever design. So when I want to put the bales back on, I just go back up to it, pick up the bale, put the top one up out the way, pick up the next one, put that up out the way, then the cage closes around it. I would say we'll try and back straight back onto that one, but guarantee that won't work. Oh, hang on. Oh, you never know. Wonders will never cease. There you go, get that one up out the way. It's a little bit, you see a little bit of juddering when you first start, but then once it settles itself, it's more than happy. And you can do the same with the other side as well. That one I think has gone off at a little bit of an angle once I unloaded it, so I don't think I'm going to get that one back in, as I would have hoped. Fingers, no. As you can see, can be a little bit finicky. I'm not going to spend too long mucking around with that. Then if I do R1 and my right stick up and down, I can do the same with the other one, drop that one off and then carry on going and drop the other one off too, or put them back into place if I want to. That's a fantastic trailer. That's brilliant. That's the Mammut Silo Trans by Agrartechnik Nordeifel. Next, let's get on to this. Now, as we've already done the updates, some of the updates were for the SrVertex pack, the NMC back bed, the Raptor pack, the Rambler pack, was the Reaper pack, I think might have been as well. But we've got this that kind of goes in with all of that. This is the NMC pickup blade, 2.24 megabytes download, 2 slots on console by North Modding Company. It does say required mods is the SrVertex pack or one of those, so I've just grabbed one. It does have this framework that automatically attaches underneath. There's no special attacher you need for it. And this is a snow shovel for all intents and purposes. I don't think it does anything else. I think it is mainly snow. So if I hook up now, like so, we've got lights on it. A couple of those with the lights on the SrVertex or whatever you're using. But L1 and right stick up and down can raise and lower like so. And then L1, R1 and right stick, I can rotate it 30 degrees either way. Couple that. Now the one thing is, if you've got the lift, which this one has, when you bring that down it tilts because you're at an angle, because you're higher up, so you can't get it quite level with the ground. My advice would be, if you are going to use the plough on one of the pickups, you probably want to use a standard lift rather than the raised, and then that way it will go up and down and it will sit flat, and then rotate it whichever way you want. That's rather cool, that. Everything doing what it should. This you will find under Tools and Miscellaneous. There you go, the pickup blade, 2,199 to buy. And like I already said, 2 slots on console. Our options are available where it says Ollis Falls in the bottom right hand corner of the blade on the blue bit. You can have that black or you can have it white. Those are the 2 options. That's very cool. Now, I have got that next to this, which is also by NMC, and this I am in love with. I'm going to have one somewhere. This is the NMC wheel loader. 13.79 megabytes download, 9 slots on console. It is an absolute beastie. I think it's about 300 horsepower. Very nicely made, nicely detailed. Now, one thing that's got me a little bit puzzled with this, I'll be honest, is on the ModHub website, it says, under this particular mod, get the most out of your machine with a range of purpose-built attachments, including grapples, sweepers, material handling arms, snow plows, and more. Now, it doesn't say required mods, and I've had a look, and I can't find anything for it yet. Whether that's coming out as a separate pack. Now, I've had a look through all the different wheel loader options, which I'm going to do now under tools. And there's all the regular wheel loader stuff, but I can't find anything by NMC in here. And then I actually went out to, nothing by NMC. And if I go out to brands, and we're on NMC now, just there, there's nothing under NMC either. Now, I don't know if maybe it takes any of the HUDIG things, because the cab and the lighting is very much like the HUDIG, which is also by North Modding Company. It is, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. But this you will find under vehicles, under wheel loaders, at the end there, 165 grand, so not mega expensive, 300 horsepower, and what did I say it was? 9 slots, which isn't too bad. Options available. We can change the rim colour to anything on that palette, like so. Main colour, we've got a few, obviously we've got blue and black and yellow. We've got that Execute Edition. We've got a gold, there's a grey matte, and then we've got the regular colours that you get on the usual palette. Design colour changes the front loader section, so we go for orange on that, so it kind of stands out a little bit more, like so. We've then got an option of Trelleborg and Nokian. Those are the two tyre choices. We don't have any doubles or wides or anything like that, just those two options. Then light configuration, standard as is, or for an extra 500, that's all, that whole lighting rig. And that lighting rig lights up everything. It is brilliant. So we'll hop in. Door opens and closes when you get in, as you can see. Start up. I went for the communals. Now it has got a rear trailer hitch, but I'm assuming it's going to be a pin hitch trailer. I've tried a few of the ones I've got knocking around, and I can't seem to work out anything that will hook up to it. But that being said, there will do. But look at all the lights on the back section, on the front. I went with a light rig with beacon, or strobe bar, or whatever you want to call it. Lights on normal, lights on, which is fine, and then, boom. And in the dark, that's even better. It's incredible. And at 300 horsepower, it's going to be no slouch getting the jobs done. In-cab, nicely detailed, great texturing. Good clear vision. It's not laggy on the turn as well. Sometimes, I've said before, you find with the articulated vehicles like this in the middle, they can sometimes be a little bit slow to turn. Not so with this at all. I like it. Now, again, I will apologise if I've missed where the attachments and stuff are, but I'm assuming there's something that's going to be coming later, or it's just referring to the wheel loader attachments that are available in-game already. So that is the NMC wheel loader by North Modding Company. Moving on from there, we need another tractor now, because we've got a load of trailers and stuff we need to pull, and we've got this. We've got an older style JCB. This is the JCB Fastrac 8000. This is by ShaRRDY. I need to find it on my list. 15.52 megabytes to download, 24 slots on console. As you can see, quite a few options with regard to tyres and things like that. Nicely detailed. I always think with the twins on that, doubles, it looks a little bit menacing, especially with the larger ones on the back, that kind of slight lean forward. Nice looking mod. This you'll find under vehicles and large tractors. This one is the Fastrac 8000, 225 grand. We can change the rim colour, yellow, black, or a kind of gold. I'll put it back on black. Then we've got the option of Trelleborg, Nokian, and back again. Under Trelleborg, sorry, under Nokian, we've got rear twins, twins, communal, and back again. But it's got that fantastic tread, other than the communals, it's got that amazing tread on it. Which when you go for the doubles as well, that looks quite cool, isn't it? Spiky almost. And then under Trelleborg, we've got standard, we've got wides, we've got rear twins, twins, back to standard. Engine setup, we've got the 8280 at 280 horsepower and the 8310 at 320 horsepower. Those are the options. Hop in, start it up. I like the fact that when you start it up, you get those side lights come on when you start it up. There's no beacon, horn, work lights and main beams on, indicators. I mean, it kind of goes as standard without saying that it's going to have them. .45 miles an hour. It's a fast track after all. In cab. Nicely detailed. Sit a little bit further back, I think, with this one. But again, nice interior. Good visibility. Very cool indeed. So there you go, that's the JCB Fastrac. Whoa, watch, I'm looking down my list. JCB Fastrac 8000 by ShaRRDY. We have got another tractor to look at. We got so much today. Please hurry up, hurry up. I need to get around everything. We've got this. This is the Claas Xerion 4000 5000 series. This is by Smety. This is 24.66 megabytes download, 27 slots on console. It's a little bit like it's a little bit like it's the Claas Xerion 5000 series. We've got standard in game, but with a load of extra options. As you can see, this one I've got narrow twins on it, and obviously this one's black and not Claas green. Another nicely detailed mod. This one is the track VC, so it's got the cab that can rotate. You can have it standard without that. This you'll also find under vehicles and large tractors. There you go. 350,200 for the base model. If you look at the class in the platinum pack, is 337, so it's a little bit more pricey. Slightly different design. I think it's a slightly older one. If you look at the design of the one we got as part of the pack, but regardless of that, 483 horsepower as standard. Now we can change the main colour to anything on there. I won't go through all of them, but we can change the main colour, like so. Rim colour, anything on that one. And then design colour. Now this actually changes the grille, the grid around the exhaust. So I can have it chrome, black, or Claas green, like so. Then configuration, we've got standard or weights. So we go standard or weights over the back section. Now, one thing you need to know about that, if you go for, as you can see in the little boxes down there, at the moment there's one that says track. If I put the weights on, that option disappears. So you can't have the track VC, you can't have the turnable cab if you've got the weights on there. So if you want to have the cab that rotates, you want to take the weights off. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Miotto, Nokian, and back. Under Nokian, we've just got standard communal tyres, and it drops the whole thing down a bit. They're a little bit more low profile. Under Trelleborg, I won't read out all the options, but we have got the R42 Air, R38s, wide tyres, twins, narrows on their own, then narrow twins, and then back to where we were. Under Michelin, R42s with air, 800 R38s, wides, twins, and back. There's no narrows or double narrows on the Michelins. They're Miotto R42s with air, wider, slightly lower profile, wide tyres, twins, and back again. Now, you've got track, which is standard. Cab won't move. For an extra £5,000, you can have the track VC, which will swing the backgrounds. You notice all the pump and mechanism and stuff is all there for moving it around. And then we've got the option on the front of 1,800 kilogram front weight, 2226, front attacher, or back again. Then we've got the Xerion 4500 at 483 horsepower and the Xerion 5000 at 524 horsepower. Those are the two options for engine. Then we've got on the back, we've got standard, or we can have the EU side signs like so. Those are all the options. So what we'll do is we'll hop in. Beacon, beacons, lights, horn. Now with R1 we can toggle steering mode, so we can go front wheel steer only, crab steer left, crab steer right, all wheel steer. L1, R1, change driving direction by pressing X, cab lifts up, swings round. You can do it with you in it as well if you want. While we're doing that, nice neat tidy interior. And we get that option. Sounds nice, looks good. I do like it with those twins, narrow twins. Very nice indeed. Just thinking, have I missed anything on that? I'm pretty sure that's all the options. Do that and that. Swing the cab back round again. Does it spin round quick? I'm trying to think. Does it spin round faster than the standard in-game one? I'm not too sure. But anyway, that's the Claas Xerion 4000 5000 series by Smety. Moving swiftly along, we've got a trailer. This is the Lizard TPX 36S. This is 30.28 megabytes download, 27 slots on console. This is by Belgian 3DM. I'm a little bit concerned only because it's a fairly high megabyte download and a fairly high slot count. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's incredibly nicely made and very well detailed. Nice looking trailer. This is a dump trailer. You'll find this under tools and under trailers. There you go, 74,200 to buy, 19,500 litre capacity. So it's fairly expensive as well for what you get. So high megabyte, high slot count, quite expensive. Takes all the crop types. Options available, we can change the main colour to anything on there, like so. We can have knock-in or Michelin's. Knock-in in the TR12s. Under Michelin we've got the Cargo X bibs, XS and back again. And under design we've got standard, or we've got toolbox, and the toolbox is around that side underneath, on or off. Those are the options available. Lights and indicators. I like the fact you've got a sort of diamond shape, so you put the indicators on, it's like an arrow out to the side. That's cool. So lights off. L1, R1 and triangle. Unloads here. Fairly quick unload speed on that animation. I think I'm in the way because all the lights are on the vehicles. And dumps very high as well. There you go, that's the Lizard TPX 36S by Belgian 3DM. We'll be grabbing the tractor again in a moment. Next we have got this. This is the Lizard GL. This is 3.98 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. This is by SleutjesModding. Another dump trailer, but this is for a fifth wheel, so any vehicle with a fifth wheel or a dolly if you want to use that. Another nice mod. This you'll also find under Tools and Trailers. There you go, 21,300 to buy, 22,000 litres capacity. Did I say what the slots was? I probably did. I'm going mad. Yeah, 4 slots on console. Options available. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette, like so. And then we've got the option of Lizard 11 R24 5. And then we've got a slightly larger rim size, so a low profile tyre. Those are the 2 options on that. And then what we'll do... is hook it up, cover open, L1 and left on the D-pad opens and closes the cover. Lights, indicators, L1, R1 and triangle. Slightly slower dump than the previous one, but much cheaper for a larger capacity. That's all I would say. I'm not knocking either one, it just, that's what it is. And down we come again. So you go, that's the Lizard GL by SleutjesModding. Next to us we've got another one by SleutjesModding. It's the Lizard Caastor. 6.4 megabytes to download, 6 slots for each on console, and it's a log trailer. Well, it's 2 log trailers really. We do have tension belts all the way along. The supports, stanchions, I know there is an actual name for them, beginning to the P, mine's gone blank. They don't move, but straps are across the middle and they can be done manually or they can be done from in cab. But we do have 2 separate sections, so if I disconnect the rear section, you can operate one on its own or other, because the rear one obviously is a 5th wheel attacher, so you could just run this one on its own if you wanted to. That, of course, would be your choice. Nice chunky construction on this. Options available. You'll find this under Tools and Forestry Equipment. So the Caastor, 17,550 for the front section, 6 slots. Rear section, 16,550, also 6 slots. We can change the options the same on both of these. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette, like so. And then decals we can have on the back. Actually, we'll look at the other one as well. It's actually the number plate bit. You've got Brazil, EUA, that's the California plate, and then we've got an EU. So those 3, it just changes the rear bumper as well. And if we go onto this one and do the same thing, we've got a much bigger sign on the back, obviously, with this one. So we can have the Brazilian version, EUA or EU, like so. Those are the options. There's not much else to say about that one. That's, I mean, it's a log trailer and you can put logs on it. Like I say, no bunk. The bunks, that's the word I was looking for. The bunks don't move. Just L1, R1. Nope. Fasten or fasten tension belts for in cab as well if you want to. So there you go. That's the Lizard Caastor by SleutjesModding. Moving on from there, I've suddenly realised I meant to cut some grass because I'm going to need it and I forgot. Okay, we have got this. This is the Lizard GASPCR, the GASPCR HD. Another one of those ones that rolls off the tongue. 7.28 megabytes download, 9 slots on console. This is by, is it SrVertex? SrVertex? Tiik Modding and Hugo Miotto. This is a plow. It looks a little bit more like a disc cultivator, disc harrow, but it does give you a ploughing state, a ploughed state. This you will find under ploughs. There you go, 35,000 to buy. It requires 380 horsepower, 5.5 meters, and it will run at 8 miles per hour. Options available, there are none. You get it in that lovely orange. That's not sarcasm, it's, I do quite like orange as a colour. I'm not going to get around all these. So, When I drop it into the ground, it will plough to 5.5 metres. Like so. It also has the ability to create fields should you wish to extend your field. Nice animation for raising and lowering. If I do L1 and triangle, that will allow me to create fields, and I can plough out new sections. L1 triangle, drop it down if I want to, like so. That's the Lizard GASPCR EHD by SrVertex, Tiik Modding and Hugo Miotto. Next up we have another plough. This is a bit of a beastie, much bigger but with a lower horsepower requirement. This is the John Deere 2410 plough. 13 slots on 13 megabytes to download, 14 slots on console. This is by J.AModding. It's 12 meters wide, I think it is. Pretty sure it's 12 meters wide. This should also find under tools and plows. You probably saw it next to the other one just now. There you go, 2410, 55 grand. So it's 20 grand more than that one, but it's over double the width. And it only requires 200 horsepower, and it runs at 9 miles per hour, so 1 mile an hour faster, wider, less horsepower required. No options, you get it in John Deere green and, well, yellow for the rims. Open it up. Same thing applies, it will plough, as you might expect. But I say for a 12 metre plough at 200 horsepower requirement, that's amazing. Again, nice animations, everything doing what it should. I think that's me with the Claas, not the actual trailer. I think I just caught the bar. Just watching those animations again. And again, you can create fields if you want to. So if I do L1 and triangle, allow create fields, off we go. Very nice indeed. That's the John Deere 2410 plough. Just hold it back up. Very cool, by J.AModding. Next we have got the Subsoiler Lizard. This is by Belgian 3DM as well. This is 6.99 megabytes download. 8 slots on console. There you go. Now this one acts like a plough, but it gives you a cultivated look. So it will give you a ploughed state, cultivated look. You will find this under tools and subsoilers. There you go. On the end, 6,000 to buy, 2.7 metre width. Requires 130 horsepower. Will run at 7 miles per hour. Options available. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. Pink seems to be a bit of a thing today, doesn't it? Lights on the back and indicators just above. Drop it down. There you go. So it will be subsoiling. You'll get a ploughed state but a cultivated look. That's the Subsoiler Lizard by Belgian 3DM. Now, as if I haven't got time to be messing about, this next one might take a little while, and I apologise. This is, I mean, it's brilliant. I really, really like this. I like the options on this. I've got to find it on my list. This is the Lizard SSM Full 4115. 9.73 megabytes download, 15 slots on console for the actual seeder, 3 slots for the attacher. This is by Agro Tonho. So if I hook up to the attacher now, then we'll hook up to the seeder. Now I can raise and lower that attacher. So what we'll do is just hook up to that. Now I would want to raise that up for transport like that, but hang on. There we go. Lift tipper. That's what I want to do. So lift tipper. So for transport, I want to, because I've got the attacher and the seeder on the back, I've obviously got to switch between the two. So that's how you transport it. You transport it around like that, and you want to have the attacher to be able to do that. Now, unfolding this is a bit of a game, but it is pretty cool. So what I want to do is switch to the seeder, and then I want to, when it says lift sower, I'm going to lower those wheels down because I need those to be on the ground when I put it down. What I'm then going to do, actually I might want to, at this point, lower the tipper, so I lower the attacher like that, then switch back again, and what I want to do is R1, right stick, up and down, raises and lowers those transport wheels, but it puts it down onto, hang on, no, I should have done the other bit first. I knew I'd get the wrong way around. If I come around to this side, let's get it in the light where we can see it. Sorry, it's because it's a little bit complicated, this one. So, right stick, side to side. Oh, is that turned to? Right, so right stick, side to side, puts the ladder down. So as you can see, the ladder's up, puts the ladder down, then folds down our link like so. I'm doing the wheels at the same time. This is so annoying. It's because it's on the same stick. So it puts that down and takes the wheels down. It's not ideal, but I say that could have been a bit smoother, I think, I'll be honest. But it basically just puts down the attacher, it puts down the ladder, and it drops the transport wheels down. But what you want to have done first is lowered the wheels for actually seeding. It's a little bit complicated. So it should be good now. Right, what I'm going to do is detach from that. Swing round. This is a 7 metre, I think it is, and you'll see how much it holds when we hook it up. But that's not all. 5,310 litres of fertiliser, 2,000 litres of seed. Open cover, opens the cover for seed. Press it again, closes that and opens one for fertiliser. But here's the great thing about this too. This is a direct drill. Plus, it does everything. So, not too bad for transport because you can do it end on when you get a little bit better at folding it. Direct drill, does everything. What's not to like? Turn it on. He says. Oh, okay. Well, that's not great. It's going to be something really obvious I've missed, isn't it? Maybe I need to do it without that, although it's supposed to be attached with that. I'll try in just a second. I'm running out of time. Right, you'll find this under seeders. 76,500. Like I say, it does everything. 11 miles per hour, direct drill, 7 metre width. I would say can't go wrong. Options available, there are none. You get what you get. And then the attacher itself, I think, is under miscellaneous, which is to aid in transport. Attacher SSM full 1,200 just there. So what I'm going to do is, I wonder if it's the attacher that's causing that problem. Let's take that off. Drop the attacher. Yeah, turn on sower. Yeah, so it was the attacher. That's all it was. So when you actually come to seed then, you don't have the attacher. You undo the attacher, take it off, and then you're good to go. That's a little bit fiddly though, I guess, but when it does all that it does, I love that little bit of bounce across the ploughed field. So yeah, once you just get a bit more au fait with the folding and attaching and the various different orders to do it in, it looks amazing too. What a very, very cool mod. So there you go, that's the Lizard SSM Full 4115 by Agro Tonho. Apologies for not showing that as well as I could have. I should have. Next, come on, come on, come on, come on. We have got this. This is the Bandeirante charger 40,000, 5.07 megabytes download. It is 17 slots on console. It's by CaveModding. It is an auger wagon, chaser bin. Strangely, it's the charger 40,000, but it's only 36,000 litre capacity. Pipe out, like so. Cover open and closed. L1 inside on the D-pad. Once the pipe is open, there's no adjustment. You can't raise or lower it or adjust the nozzle. That's how it comes. Nicely detailed, triple axle, as you can see. This you'll find under tools and auger wagons. There you go, 40,800 to buy, 36,000 in capacity. Requires 400 horsepower to pull. Will take your main crop types, as they always do, with seed and fertilizer thrown in. There are no options available. You get it as it is for the Bandeirante charger 40,000. Right, I really need to be super fast now. So the mod that disappeared yesterday but is back today, the Claas Quantum 3800K by WhiteBull Modding, 13.16 megabytes download, 10 slots on console. This is a loading wagon for picking up swaths of grass, hay, straw, whatever you want to be collecting. L1 and X unfolds, opens it up into its ready to use capacity. Turn it on, drop the pickup, and we are picking up grass. Unloading, turn it off. Let's pick up L1, R1, unloads here, raises the back section, the belts on the back, or say belts, the floor rolls, and stuff comes out. Pretty much like all loading wagons do, but nice design. Looks good. This you'll find under tools and loading wagons. Right at the very end, 28,000 to buy, 35,000 litre capacity, requires 90 horsepower to pull, and it will run at 12 miles per hour. Which brings me on to, I think, I hope, the last of the mods for today, and it's this one here. This is the Seed Factory by erShaba VSR Modding Sur. Now, this is another one of the ones that uses the animal pens like a lot of the factories mod, like the hay pellet one we got the other day from Vanquish 081. It can only be used with compatible maps, and this one can only be used with La Coronea 2.0, Westbridge Hills and Hagenstead. You've got the usual animal pen restrictions. You can't have more than a certain amount of them. I would suggest you have a look at the changelog if you are going to use it, because there's a lot of information. It will not work with seasons mod, and this one does say, very important, for the operation of this factory, it is necessary to have the hay pellet factory mod, which is the one that came out the other day, the Placeable Factories Pellet Pack by Vanquish 081. The reason being, to make seed requires water, it requires wheat, barley or oats, and it requires molasses. So you need the other pack, because this factory here is the one that produces molasses. So you need to make the molasses first, and then you can start doing your seed. Now, I did wonder if you could use molasses from the add-on straw harvest pack, so I grabbed a couple of pallets, took them in the back, and it won't accept them. It needs to be the molasses from here. Also, I thought, if you haven't seen this one before, it was on one of the mod reviews the other day, a few days ago maybe, possibly even last week, but that one has been reviewed already. So this is the new one. This is the seed building. Options are the same as the other factories we've had, because it uses the animal dialogue system. Click on here, and that's your menu. So you start off with, it's just on the left hand side, you click on it, it moves it to the right hand side where it says farm, you click accept, or yeah, and it's up and running. So that's how you get it to start working. If it's not working, you need to come here to turn it on. Like I said, it does require wheat, barley or oats, which tip into here, and I think I've got some here. So I'll tip my wheat in now. And then round the back is where your water and your molasses go. Now you can move the molasses pallets on their own using pallet forks or something like that. The water goes in the back one, molasses goes into this one here. But part of the hay pellet production pack, Vanquish 081, there is supplied a molasses tanker if you want to use that under miscellaneous. But here's the thing. I have taken the liberty of producing molasses and then getting everything ready for doing my seed production. So if I go into my animals menu and go across one, that's my molasses production. So I've got water and sugar cane. I'm making molasses. The next one down is my seed production. As you can see on the right, I've got water in there, I've got wheat in there, but it will take barley or oats. I haven't put any molasses in. If you look on the left hand side, my productivity is at 89%, but I'm still getting seed. So I'm not 100% productive, but I've still got 7,200 litres of seed come out. So I don't technically need the molasses if I don't want to. If you don't want to place loads of the factories, you just maybe want to place one. But again, as it stands, it will only work on these maps, the 4 maps I just mentioned, unless any map makers add in the details to allow it. So we are still getting seed, and that's without any molasses. And then when we want to get our seed, the collection point just here, if I take my trailer in, I know this is a little bit rushed, but it's fairly straightforward. Start filling, press L3, it will hold 800,000 litres of seed if you're going to produce that much. So as it stands, using this factory, if you've got a huge abundance of wheat, or you've done contracts and you've got some spare, if you've done any, and you've provided for the contract, and then you've got a load left and you might be putting it into storage, with one of these factories in place, at the moment all I've put in here is wheat and water, and I'm getting in essence free seed, although I've got to cover the cost of this. As far as the building itself goes, the factory, you'll find that under placeables, under animal pens, because it's using the animal system. The 2 pellet production ones from the other day are there by Vanquish 081, the molasses and pellet hay. But the one we're interested in is the seeds production, which is that one there. 46,000. It is 21 slots. I've already placed one, so it's dropped down to 2. I'm not going to place another one. And I think that's all there is to that one. And I'm looking down the list. I think I've covered everything. I know it's been rushed. I know it's unlike me. Normally I spent ages prevaricating around the bush. But I think I've done them all. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. Love that. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.